Welcome back to Better Angels. I'm your host, Greg Kirk, and this is my wife.
Rosalind.
And we appreciate you being here today. And we've had some very interesting guests so far. And today, our final guest of the day is just as interesting. We got Miss Renita Whitfield that's here with us today. And Renita has worked in the field of developmental disabilities for 17 years. Is that right?
That's right, Kurt.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, tell us about what you've seen in the changes. Where did you start out with Primus Industries? Because the whole 17 years has been with Primus Industries, hasn't it?
Yes. Well, I actually did, I started out doing an internship at Albany State, and I started out when it was Dougherty County Service Center.
Uh-huh.
And we were in classroom settings back then, teaching grooming, different types of things. And then it went to the different buildings where we had the place called O'Kelly was one area where we had where it was the recycling center.
Okay.
And I worked in actually the repackaging center where we recycled different things from Procter and Gamble.
Oh.
Okay.
And then from there, they decided to save money and put us all together. So administration and everybody are together at where we are now.
Okay. But for a long time, we were out on Industrial. What's the name of that road where the old Primus Industries is? We just moved earlier this year. Yeah. But anyway, it was out on the industrial track in an old warehouse.
Out Westover Road, right.
Right. And off Phillips Drive off Westover Road. And but now we are on Broad Avenue.
Yes.
Right downtown, right next to administration offices for Albany Area Community Service Board. And we're all together and we're making adjustments. And what do you think about this last move that we made? Do you think it's been a good thing, or have you still got concerns about it? Or tell me, and you can be honest now. I won't let Kay watch the show.
Well, Mr. Kirk, I actually think it was a great thing. We could keep it clean better. It's better for the people that we work with.
Right.
My only concern was the street outside, you know, so we had to beef up our security to make sure that we take care of the people that we work with.
Some of our people don't like to sit in doors all day long, and they like to get out and leave, and sometimes they just get tired of us and they're ready to roll and get outside, and unfortunately sometimes they can get into tough situations, can't they? Or run out in the road and those kind of things.
Yes, we haven't had that, thank God. We're still praying.
Absolutely. Well, tell me, not only in changing the location, so 17 years ago you guys were doing recycling and packaging at that time, and then we went through a period with Primus Industries where not really a whole lot of work was being done. Is that right?
Yes, we went to a classroom type setting where we were teaching socialization skills. I taught the health portion of it, health and exercise, which I still do a lot of. There was academics for the ones that wanted that. There was community outings. So that keeps them busy where they won't have to stay in the building all of that. So we're still doing a lot of that.
Good. Well, if you had your rathers, you've been in this field longer than I have. So if you had your rathers and you could do what you wanted to do and make happen what you wanted to happen, what would you like to see happen in the future for our folks, and what we could do in program-wise? What would you like to see happen for them?
Well, we need more money. That's the big thing, and there's a lot of cutbacks and different things going on. We need more people, because we have a lot of people, like we said, don't like to be cooped up, don't like to be in a classroom setting. I have one young man that he just likes to be out playing basketball, so we made that happen. We have, you know, the games that we take, that we have the Wii game, and they love that. But we have a program where they can go out one-on-one with just one person. So they don't have to go out with a group if they don't want to. So I like to see, if we had more money, we could hire more people to take more people out one-on-one or in smaller groups. Be more individualized. That's correct.
Well, and that's one way to tackle that problem. But another thing we could do is if more people in the community got involved, and maybe people would come and volunteer to like, for instance, if someone's a member of you know, we'll just call it the Wednesday morning coffee club, you know, that meets at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays. And they were to take an interest in to meet some of our folks and say, you know what, I'll pick JoJo up or Leroy up or Mark up or whoever it is and take them with me to the 10 o'clock Wednesday morning coffee club. That's another way we could get people involved, isn't it?
Yes, that will be good, but we have to realize what we deal with. Some of our people are a little bit more of a challenge to work with, so they'd have to be willing to deal with that and confidentiality. They'd have to go through training, all types of things. So if they were willing to do that, that would be wonderful.
Now, yeah, I think it would be wonderful too. And really what you're saying is that they would need to take the time to get to know the person, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I've enjoyed working with you all and getting to know good people like yourself that's been in the field for years because...
I want to know what drew you to work in this field.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, when I was in high school at Monroe High School, best high school in Albany, they were drawn to me. And I love helping people. I know people say that a lot, but I really do. It doesn't matter race, color, disability. You know, I work a lot. I do a lot. Wear a lot of hats at my church, so I love doing it. And when I went to get my interview at Albany area with the Dougherty County Service Center at that time, I was interviewed by 2 or 3 of the people that we serve, and they remember me from high school. So that kind of helped me get my job.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. That was real good.
And once you got started, you just couldn't quit, could you?
I just like it. I really do.
Yeah.
So you view them as a blessing in your life and angels, just
Yes.
like we do.
Yes, I do.
And tell us more about that drawn to us, because Rosalind and I have stories like that
We
too.
do.
Everywhere I would go, anybody with a disability, I don't care what it is, they will come up to me. I mean, it's not just where I work with, people in chairs, the elderly. I mean, anybody. A lot of people are drawn to me.
Yeah. And what do you think is important to people with disabilities? What does the general public need to know that I think this is important for people with disabilities?
Well, I think they need to know from back in the day, from coming up to now, that to not be afraid.
Yeah.
Just because some of them look different. We all are different.
Yeah.
You know, we different tones, different hairstyles, different beliefs, different attitudes, different the ways we talk. You know, everybody has a difference. So, like you said, building that relationship is a big thing, and it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
You have to come more than once a week. You have to get to know that person, what they like, what they don't like, the difficult parts, the great parts that they like. Because if we concentrate more on the positive parts of what we work with, we'll have a better you'll have a better relationship building with them.
Just like building any relationship, if I'm constantly talking about the negatives, and again, we all have them, then you're not gonna like seeing me come around, are you? So
right.
so you gotta kind of balance that out, and you gotta spend that time. Just take a little time, and what's the benefit if I'm a person who really, and I think the average person, and what you said is key, their first reaction to people with disabilities is fear.
Yes.
Because we fear things that are different than us. And,
Right.
and if it's different, then we don't understand that. So we'd rather just not get involved. And so we just kind of back off. And so what's the benefit of if a person does take the time to get involved and to get to know a person with a disability?
They have a lifelong friend, and we were saying earlier they have unconditional love
They
for
do.
you.
Unconditional
They
love.
do unconditional love. If you see someone out in the community, go up and shake their hand, because more than likely they're gonna go up and shake your hand and possibly hug you, and
Yeah.
not be afraid.
And believe it or not, if you run into them again, they will remember that.
They will remember you.
They will remember that you spoke to them or that you hugged them or just shook their hand.
And like you said, volunteer, get involved.
Volunteer.
Because a lot of us have time on our hands that we don't use, and we're like, I don't have anything to do. This would be a good thing to do.
Or a lot of people are wondering what to do with their lives, and this is a good place to come and help figure that piece out. And we can talk more about that in future shows. Well, thank everyone for coming out today. Thank you, Renita, for coming, and
Thank
you did
you.
a great job.
Thank you for your years of service.
Yes. And thank you for the difference you make in the lives of people with
Amen.
disabilities. We also want to take the time to again thank Plantation Parkway Assembly of God for allowing us to come today and to film this today. I want to thank all the people who came out bearing the cold weather in southwest Georgia to come and be on television and to share their stories, all of you who shared your stories today. And we look forward to more productions of this show in the future. And in the meantime, you out in the audience, please take the time to go out and meet these folks. I promise you, you'll also, as you get to know them and you get to walk with them in their walk in life, you'll also, I think, agree with Rosalind and I that they are truly better angels. So thank you.
Thank you.